NBA is over. It's done for the next 742 days or whatever it is out here. Boston Celtics.
That's 2 years.
Is it? I'm not here to do math. All right. And so what I'm here to do
by Christmas.
is to drive this bus. And
Yeah,
so
there we go.
Boston Celtics, they just won 4-1 over the Dallas Mavericks. Their 18th championship, the most now, surpassing the LA Lakers out here. And I'm going to be honest with you on a couple things. So just big picture nuggets here just for context. They beat them 4-1, best of 7. Jaylen Brown got the Finals MVP. We'll dive into all the tactics a little bit, but I have to say for myself, this is and not fully on purpose. I'll be honest, but this is probably the least Finals I've watched probably since maybe the bubble. Yes, probably since the bubble for me.
Which is a big statement for you.
Which is a big statement for me. This is prime time for me out here.
Yeah, this was a boring. It shouldn't. Everybody says it's a boring finals.
Okay.
And I felt like this is a problem for the NBA if this was a boring finals because if Luka is supposed to be the face,
Luka's supposed to be one of the faces.
This can't be a boring finals.
I like this theory.
Right? Like that's a problem on Luka's behalf for sure. It's like, what is it about?
A part with one of the most prestigious organizations in the league.
Yeah,
right.
And the prestigious, but also one of the most hated.
Yeah, both things.
One of the most hated. Like,
true.
Lakers are kind of hated. Boston is
thoroughly hated.
You got to be in Boston to really like Boston.
Yeah, that's true.
Facts.
You know what I mean?
Facts.
So, yeah, I think I appreciate it because it showed how much consistency matters. Meaning the Celtics for years were knocking on the door, and everybody was like, break them up.
Facts.
It ain't going to work. I'm pretty sure. I might have said it at some point.
Sure.
Break them up, it's not going to work. All this other
Basically,
stuff.
everyone said it.
And now you look at it and it's like, oh, they could do this for a while. Because of the way the team is set up. Everybody play defense.
Everybody long.
And nobody cared about defense for the longest. And all of a sudden you got a team, and they're like, how are they dominating this whole year? Because they decided to play GMs, NBA people. Defense matters.
It matters.
It does matter.
It
yes,
matters.
we can shoot the threes all day.
Facts.
But if you can't stop nobody at all, you can't just hide that.
Interesting fact that you break that up. Not only do they play defense, they're also, at the same time, this year, the team that had the most three-point attempts.
Yep.
So they were doing both.
You can do both. You can do both. So I think it was a dope finals.
You watched most of it?
You thought it was dope. Yeah. Like, that's the word you would put around it.
Because I liked who won.
Okay.
Yeah, as a Hawks fan, I couldn't see Luka win. That would have been like,
there we go.
I could not see that.
Come on, be
I could
honest.
not see that.
It's a safe space.
There's so much. I ain't gonna lie. There was so many things. I couldn't see Luka win, but at the same time, kind of want to see Kyrie beat Boston. Kind of wanted to see that.
Had some storylines.
Jaylen Brown, I think he's an incredible story. Atlanta dude,
yep.
I kind of want to. And then Jason Tatum, very unproblematic. Son is always there. He's not like a boisterous.
You're on the fence.
You're likable. You're like Al Horford, 17 years. The Atlanta Hawks got rid of because like he's getting too old. It's not going to work.
Like,
10 more years later.
10 more years later.
You
champion.
are wrong. So there was several stories that I was.
So it worked for you.
Holiday. Likable, like I was like, I don't like Boston, but I like their players.
Got you. So that's what made it for you.
Yes.
Dope. Some of the storylines.
Yeah, for sure.
I got you. What about you? How'd you feel about the NBA Finals?
I thought it was boring, and watching Luka play defense is just like, God, it's so bad.
Yep. Crush 300 like a Bentley till a real Bentley pull up. Cat Williams, come on.
That's true.
Yeah.
So anyway, I think I watched game 1.
Game 1, boom,
2,
blowout,
4.
blowout. 4 was a blowout for Dallas.
Yep.
You skipped 3.
I wanted to see if they were going to get swept.
Okay. That's why you tuned back in.
Yeah. And then I watched game 5 because I wanted to see if Nate was going to be right. So shout out to Nate.
Shout out to
Every
Nate.
squirrel finds a nut.
Shout out to Nate.